You have a campaign in England, it's called Meat Free Monday. Here it's called Meatless Monday. Same thing. And we just encourage people to not eat meat on the Monday. And the idea is that that one day can make a huge difference. If someone was to give up meat for one day for a whole year, their carbon footprint is reduced to the equivalent of not driving your car for a month. I find so many people want to do their bit, but they don't know how to do it. This is a very doable idea that people, when they get into it, love it. They start thinking of, wow, what are we going to eat on Monday? And I have to actually think about what they're eating. And it's really very good. It's very compassionate to animals, obviously. It's very good for your health. And moreover, in this context, it's damn good for the planet.
They say knowledge is power, so you need to know this. One simple choice you make has the power to reduce pollution, save resources, combat world hunger, improve your health, and create a kinder world. Want to know how? Then keep watching. What contributes more to climate change than all of the world's planes, trains, and automobiles combined? Farm animals. According to the UN, raising animals for food is one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. And that's only the beginning. As demand for animal products has grown, animal agriculture has gobbled up more and more water, energy, crops, and land. Over recent decades, vast expanses of native habitat around the world have been cleared to grow crops to feed animals, most of them in factory farms. Animals are fed about 6 kilograms of plant protein to produce just 1 kilogram of animal protein. The numbers just don't add up. Factory farms use more food than they produce, which leaves less food for everyone else. At a time when globally, nearly 1 billion people are suffering from malnutrition, 1/3 of the world's edible cereal harvest is being fed to farm animals. That cereal would be enough to feed about 3 billion people. Everyone from leading water and climate scientists to Oxfam and World Vision, and even the United Nations agree that by eating less meat, we can reduce pollution, save resources, and combat world hunger. But it's not just others who see the benefits. Leading health experts agree that we need to reduce the amount of animal products we eat to reduce our risk of obesity, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. And ultimately, the choices we make at the dinner table affect someone else as well. We're at a critical point in human history. Our choices no longer have just a local impact. Their effects are felt globally on animals, people, and the environment. By choosing to eat fewer animal products or going meat-free, you can protect the planet, your health, and save living beings, both human and animal, from suffering. The power to change the world for the better is in our own hands. Together, we can make it possible.
Well, hello everybody. This is Chef Antonio. We've only got one more show after this for the rest of the year. But today is a very special day. The day after the Valentine's Day, we're going to make something very, very special. It's called a stir-fry cashew with the vegetables and the rice, a brown rice. And I'm going to show you the ingredients in just 1 minute. And please, get your pans, get your pencils, and make sure your hands and everything all clean. And we'll be right back.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you real flavorful, rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing too. The filter lets the flavor through. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now we're going to give our list of ingredients. We got a quarter of a cup of the reduced sodium soy sauce or a Tamari light, a quarter cup of water, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of a lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of the olive oil, 1 teaspoon or approximately 1 clove of garlic, 1 cup of baby carrots, and we're going to chop them up not so good, just chop them up pretty good. We got a small zucchini. We're going to cut that up into 1/4-inch slices. I got some peppers. I'm going to chop them up real nice. I got 2 cups of the cooked brown rice, or 1 can. We're going to drain it. It's a can, 8-ounce can of the sliced water chestnuts. And then the 4 green onions, we're going to slice them up real nice. And then we're going to top everything when everything's all cooked with the cashews. And these are flour grown, and that's where we're cooking from. All right, the next step, right after this break, we're going to start cooking.
Life, its very existence on Earth, is the result of an amazing series of coincidences. Our planet's physical makeup and position in the solar system have resulted in a delicate balance of climatic conditions that would not exist if it were just slightly nearer to the sun or slightly further away. Thanks to these perfect conditions, Earth has become home to millions of species of plants and animals. Including us humans. We've learned to harness the power and the bounty of the planet, leading to our great success as a species. I'm amazed at the things we humans have been able to create, like the skyscrapers in New York and paddy fields cultivated in the same way for hundreds of years. But with this success comes the responsibility to preserve the delicate balance to which we owe our existence. I don't know about you, but for me, nature is inspiring and invigorating. When I think of the beauty of the world, I think of things like the crystal clear waters of the Great Barrier Reef, of majestic whales, lush green rainforests, and the virgin mountain slopes of the Himalayas. But what kind of images will our grandchildren and great-grandchildren have in their minds when thinking about the world in just 10 or 20 years' time? We've heard it all before. Our way of life is destroying the planet. And fossil fuels used for transport and industry are to blame. That's certainly true, but that's only part of the problem. What we often don't hear much about is animal agriculture. Animal agriculture results in vast amounts of greenhouse gases being released into the atmosphere. It requires increasingly unsustainable levels of precious resources, including land, water, and energy. It is a major contributor towards global environmental degradation and climate change. And it's not just livestock rearing that's a problem. Industrialized fishing destroys marine ecosystems as miles of nets sweep up anything in their path. Perhaps it's time to ask ourselves the question, what can I as an individual do to help? Well, there's a simple but significant way to help protect the planet and all its inhabitants. And it starts with just 1 day a week. 1 day without eating animal products can have a huge impact in helping maintain that delicate balance that sustains us all.
Almost a third of all land on Earth is used for livestock production.
Just try a day. Just 1 day.
A third of all cereal crops and more than 95% of soy is turned into feed for farmed animals.
1 day a week can make a world of difference.
An area of rainforest the size of 100 football pitches is cut down every hour to create room for grazing cattle.
It can take 2,350 litres of fresh water, that's about 30 bathtubs, to produce just 1 beef burger.
Just try a day.
Join us.
Join us.
Join
us
and go meat-free on Mondays.
Okay, now in this, we already got our 2 tablespoons of our brown sugar, and I already measured out 1/4 cup of our Tamari Light, which is our low sodium soy sauce, and 1/4 cup of the water. I use the Publix purified drinking water. Oh, it's so good. It make it go crazy. And then I got my lemon juice. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mix the 2 liquids into this. We poured them so nice. Look at how nice they get poured. And then we're going to add a shake of my lemon juice. Shake my lemon juice. And we're going to put 2 tablespoons of that. We got 1. We got to make sure it don't come flying out like the lime juice. And we got 2. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it till the sugar all absorbs until it's like a nice and smooth. And then we're going to put it aside. Oh, look at this. Look at this. When I put it aside, the first thing I'm going to do then is to start to cook my rice. Now you can use any kind of brown rice you want. I kind of used like a quicker one, like an instant, they call it, an instant. But you can use any kind you want. So what I would do is I set this aside and then I start cooking your rice. And when your rice is just about cooked or completely cooked, and then you get the skillet going. Oh, she's going to be so good. I'm getting so excited. I'm filled with so many thoughts. Oh, Chef Antonio, he like a cook of the veggie food. There we go, almost. I don't feel anymore. When you go hit the bottom, if you don't feel the grinding of the sugar, you know she's a smooth operator. Tap, tap, tap. One more stir, one more stir. Tap, tap, tap. And she's done. So we're going to set this aside. We'll put it over there. All right, let us get a rice cooking. Now we turn on our stove. We got 2 cups of the water. And when that gets to a boil, we're going to add the 2 cups of the brown rice. Then we let everything get to a boil. Then we're going to recover this up. We're going to set it to very low and let it simmer for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. When the rice she's cooking, I'm going to be cutting up my vegetables to put in my stir fry. Oh, it's getting closer to cooking time. Oh, it is so good right now. It's such a good day. It's a good day to cook. Now, when you get ready to cook, you can do 2 different things. You can use a large skillet on the stove top, but I love my electric skillet. You know why? Because it's electric. Do, 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 do. So I put it on like a medium heat, medium. And then I get in my olive oil. Oh, this is for the monkeys. Olive oil. Instead of olive oil, I'm going to use a Popeye. Oh, I'm making a jokey. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. 1, 2, nothing exact. Tap in the skillet. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add the garlic. So we get that oil all heated up. And I just what I do is I mix it oil all around. Skillets will cover everything. All right, she's starting to heat up a good. So I get a 1 good tablespoon of the garlic. Nice, I like it, the garlic. And we throw that in there. We let that tap, 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 tap. We let that heat up for about a minute or so. Cover it up. You don't want no splatteries. No splatteries. So we give it that one a 1 minute. And I'm gonna add my vegetables to them and let them cook until they're tender. Probably like 8 minutes. So you get that timer, you just kind of keep an eye on them until they're nice and they're tender. Because we love them tender.
Family like an assortment of breakfast cereals? Well, just for variety, why don't you try the convenient assortment? Kellogg's Variety Pack. 9 cereals to choose from, 10 individual servings. Kellogg's Variety Pack.
Kellogg's best to you.
I already added my vegetables. And again, I set my timer. And just to mix them occasionally. Just stir them all up a little bit. But that's why they call it a stir fry. Every couple of minutes I do a little stirry. Okay, we're down to about 4 minutes now. Again, just to make sure I stir. You want all these vegetables to be cooked thoroughly. At least they're tender. And they're browning up a real nice too. You do them a little flippy, a little skippy, a little floppity, a little floppity. Here you love it. Now the next thing we're gonna do when the she's done, we're gonna add the soy sauce and the water and the juice and the lemon juice and mix that in. And then we're gonna add the watercress and the rice and mix that in and heat it all up, put it on a plate, add some cashews, and oh, it's gonna be done. She's getting all steamy. We this steamy red vine, we call this one steamy red vine. Do a little mixy, do a little stirry, and a little tappy. It sure makes the chef so happy. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's today. This show is dedicated to all of the lovers out there. The lovers of meatless cooking and the lovers of the earth. Because if you just do 1 day a week, meat-free Monday, the planet, she will love you so much and she give you kisses all over like a dog. Okay, we're down about 1.5 minutes. The tension, she's starting to build. Okay, we're gonna do one final stirring now. Oh, she's done! She's done! She's done! She's done! Now again, the first thing we're gonna add is the liquids that we made earlier. The soy sauce, the water, and the lemon juice. Lemon juice. Oh yeah, I hear the monkeys. I do. Oh, I can smell it, the lemons. I like it, the lemons. Get everything all mixed in there nice. Get a nice coating of everything on all of the veggies. All right. Now we add our chestnuts. Oh, I like it. It's like a bongos. Mix those in there. Get them all in there. A chestnut. Chef Antonio, when he was growing up, he grew quite the chestnut. Oh, maybe we're talking about the women and not the cooking. Oh, my goodness. I'm revealing too much about myself. Okay. Now we're going to add the rice. This is the rice. All the water, she's been absorbed. You remember, you don't see it, but we clean everything before we start. We wash our hands, we wash the counters, we wash everything. I tell you what, I think I'm down to one layer of skin. I've been washing it so much. Now we gotta heat this up good. I'm gonna cover this up, we're gonna heat it, stir it for a few minutes and get it nice and hot. You wanna blend everything together. Chef Antonio, give you the Dracula voice. Gonna turn off of the heat. And we're gonna add in the nuts. Now I'm gonna put in a whole package of nuts. This is like a 5 ounces, or 5.5 ounces. Because you can never have enough of cashews. And we just let that percolate. The next step, we're gonna taste. Okay. We're ready to start scooping out something to eat now. We let all the moisture drain in there. Oh, she's looking at us so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Why don't we get a nicer close-up of that? Let's get a close-up. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful. All right, now we're gonna put some on a plate. So we get our nice and scoopy. You get a scoopy, making sure you get some of those cashews, so don't forget the cashews. All right. And a tappy tap. Now obviously you see how much we got in the electric skillet, so there's plenty of leftovers for the next day. All right, here we go. We get a nice and mix. A nice and mixy, some vegetables, some rice. I'm giving that a 2 thumbs up. It's a very good. Maybe a little bit of more soy sauce. I'm going to add it to everything. It's just a little, needs a little bit more. All right.
Hey kids, here come new sugar jets, new shapes from space. Jet planes, planets and stars, satellites and Saturn rings. Blast off with sugar jets.
Oh, that was so good. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And remember, a meat-free Monday, she's the way to go. One day a week. A little bit. Everybody do a little bit, we get a lot done. So you have a great day. Chef Antonio, he love you. The next episode, it's gonna make you crazy. Oh, I don't even know if I won't even let you see it. I might just say, I showed you, and you go, I didn't even see it. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. La 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 la.